In progress.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. This is the Beach Trader, and I want to show you guys how to trade. I'm going to give you guys some pointers. I'm going to give you guys some coaching, some mentorship. We're going to start at A and try to get to Z in 1 week. And obviously, it's just bullet points at this point. I'm not going to be able to fill you in and show you how to be a master trader in 1 week. But this is called Freedom Week. And I just in honor of our next president, whoever it is, I don't know if it's going to be, Trump or Camila or Trump. And just for you guys to know, I'm an independent person, but I'm a child of God. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for whoever I think is going to uphold the morals and values of the kingdom of God. So beyond that point, this isn't going to be political at all. And I want you guys to know that we're going to go over key things, how to start, what to look for. Basically, we're going to talk about spiritual freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. And I believe that all three of these things can be obtained from a lifestyle of being a trader. Because being a lifestyle of a trader, you're going to have more time to do the things that you really want to do. You're going to have enough financial money once you understand how to do it, and you have enough to basically come in and do something with it. And then you could have that spiritual freedom by choosing the lifestyle that you want to do according to who you believe in. Here we go right here, you guys. So this is the first website, and we're always going to go to Forex Factory first. And Forex Factory has the news of financial news, the financial news. Okay. And the financial news is very, very vital, very important to have, because there's going to be some events that happen through the news and through governments, and everybody's going to trade a certain way. The top traders, the top governments, the top bankers, everybody's going to go one way as soon as this time happens, right? Right now, we just had this event right here. If you guys got on earlier, there was a little countdown right here, but it already occurred. And it's going to tell you what the forecast was. So the forecast for this USD S&P CS composite was 4.9. The previous was 5.9. So they're saying it's going to be less. And then it did a little bit more than what previously was expected. But this can still drive the economy a certain way because it was higher last time and it's lower this time. So the previous is really exciting because sometimes you can come into the market just looking at what they're forecasting based off of what was previously happening. So they're telling us right now that the market's going to go down because it's 1% basically less than what it previously actually did in real life. Right? So I hope you get that. Then the second one is HPI right here, and it said 0.2, what happened last time, and it says what? It was going to go down, 0.1. But as you see, it said it was going to go down, but it kind of tricky because it actually went up to 0.3, so it was higher than last time. See, so that might have, messed up an average trader or somebody that doesn't know how to read the news even more than this and doesn't have the time, and they're just looking at numbers and it confuses them, right? You're supposed to look in these boxes and it'll give you more news and more information. A couple months before, this is a monthly event, so you can see historically it happens only every month, and you can see what previously happened, and you can see what the forecast was. Like right here, it was 1.2. The forecast was 0.5, but it ended up being 0.1. This is a dramatic, decline. And as you see, for the last 5 months here, it had a decline on the actual every single month. And then you can find out what it is. Measures change in the purchase price of homes with mortgages backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, right? Is that important to know? Oh, you best believe it. That's definitely important, but it's not a red folder, so we don't have to avoid this thing. But we can see, in the economy, it's going to move the economy one way or the other. But it's not something that's very vital, right? What's vital today is a CP, consumer confidence. It's going to happen at 7 o'clock. So right when we're about to get off trading, this is going to be the last thing we look at. These red folders, did they really move the market? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, any red folder is going to move the market, the whole market. I'm talking about, this is a huge, 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 huge market. And let's look right here. So the CB consumer confidence, right, it's been going up every what? It's a monthly event, right? Once again, happens at the end of the month. And it's been going in a positive direction, except for last month. Last month was the first time that it went under 100. And basically it went to 98.7 and it was at 105 at this point. Level of composite index based on surveyed households. Actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. Released monthly on the last Tuesday of the current month. Financial confidence is a leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. Okay, so why do we think that people are spending less in September? Well, to me, it makes sense. If I'm in America, I'm saying, okay, September is usually the month you save. October sometimes is a month you're going to save too, right? A lot of people do Halloween and get costumes and spend money on stuff like that and decorating their house with stuff. But what are we saying? We're saying that everybody's getting ready for what? Their family to come visit, or they're going to go visit their family. And a lot of travel is going to happen in November because of Thanksgiving, right? And then we all know that everybody's saving up their money and they're starting to what? Shop in November for Christmas. You know, so I always look at Costco because that's probably my favorite store, but I always look at Costco. When they start putting stuff up in displays, that's when I'm like, that's when people are starting to buy. And I was seeing, you know, Halloween stuff in September, August. So now you're seeing what? You're seeing Thanksgiving stuff at Costco already. It's like a month before it happens, and you're already seeing stuff that people can buy for Christmas. So Christmas is going to push the economy for about 2 months at least. So beyond that, you know, we could look at the related stories, like right here. We could click on this story, and sometimes you can watch a video really quick. This is a 9-minute video. I'm not going to really watch it. I'm just going to click on it and show you how easy this is. Head of marketing analysis.
All right. Okay. Hello and good morning, everybody. Hi, this is me, Darius
Okay.
and this is the
So sometimes they're going to have articles like this where, you know, it's going to be videos, but there's also, you know, other ones that I like to read. I don't really want to watch videos because videos are based on entertainment and videos aren't going to get you freedom. I know that. So, and there's going to be a lot of information that's not going to be used in the video because they want it to be so entertaining that you're going to miss a lot of stuff. So here goes something that we're just talking about money and credit for September, talks about key points. This is the stuff that I rather read with my own self, right? So when do you read these things? You read these things like the night before. You're not going to read them on the day that you're trading. You're reading this, you know, the night before or anything like that. So this is called Forex Factory. We're always going to start here every day because we want to see what's really going on. Now, you know, I probably watch the news a little bit, or I go to Google News because Google News has news from the whole world. It pulls news from, you know, all the major sources to get like the other kind of news we need. And that's the world event news. We want to see if a war is going on. We want to know if a war is going to pop off, you know, if it's going to start, things like that, because the economy gets really shaky. Now, this is another thing that you like about Forex Factory is it has a 6-hour change in the economy. So as you see, Euro, USD. Now, any trade, there's one thing you need to know. Take notes on this right here. This is very key and vital to trading. Any trade is going to be two things, one against another. And the one that's in the front, if it's doing better than the one that's in the back of the trade, it's going to go up. The one that's in the back of the trade, if it's doing better than the one that's in the first part of the trade, it's going to go down. And these are called basically base trades. And so the component right here, as we see that it is going down 35 pips, and 35 pips is a measurement of the economy, and it's usually the last in the trade. So there's 9 right here, but it's kind of blanked out. So the pip is probably the 3. So that's saying that it changed on this number 3, 35. So 73 right here, the last part of it, this changed 35. So that's all it's saying in the last 6 hours. So here we go. We can look at it more in detail right here. If we click it and we can see it, it straight went down. Boom, 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 boom. Really fast. And what is this? These are the 1 hour worth of information. Every one of these candles is worth 1 hour. So for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours now it's been going down. Okay. Why has it been going down? We can kind of read some other things. This happened 6 hours ago. It has a picture of Donald Trump. Some people, they might not like Donald Trump, so they don't want to read this. Well, yeah, you should read this. You should read some of this stuff so you can know what world events happening. What are they saying is going to happen? You know, because right now people are saying like, as soon as I become president, the economy is going to go up. So, you know, that might be vital to trading. Some of them are saying, you know, that it's going to be the same if they're voted in. So just make sure. These are the major news events. Also, when you click on any indicator, this is the euro versus the USD. So the euro dollar, where you go to Europe, like I went to Greece like last year, and you can basically not use the dollar some places in Greece. You had to have a euro because that's the thing that they had change for. If you give them a dollar, they don't have change to give you back your money, right? And they don't want to figure out how much they got to give you back in the euro, depending on your change. So you're going to go somewhere and get euros for your money. And usually when you get off the airplane, they have a little system and it showing blinking red lights with numbers, and it's saying, hey, you buy, you know, the euro for this price. And when you're done using the euro, we'll sell it to you at this price. And that's all we're doing right here. There's a price of buying and a price of selling the euro versus the USD. And it happens every time you go to Europe and get off the plane. You can get it, and you can get it around the places. Also, you know, I live in San Diego. Right now I'm in Las Vegas, but I live in San Diego. And in San Diego, we go to Mexico a lot. So Mexico, you're going to have to buy something called the peso, and it's the same thing. We could trade the peso versus the dollar. So is euro better or USD right now today? Well, if it's going down, right, like I said, and USD is in the second part, that means the USD is winning right now. What does that mean? That means that I could buy the euro for the USD 3 hours ago at 108.17. So it was going to cost me more to dollar in to get a euro. Now I could trade my dollar in and get what? My dollar is worth more money because now the euro compared to the dollar is only $1.07. So I'm getting, you know, almost a half a penny more for, you know, if I trade in the money. Okay. So that's the basics of this. And remember, I'm only going to go over the basics. I'm not going to go in too much details on everything. So number one in our system, and I'll do a PowerPoint on one of these days over this, and I'll go back over it really fast. Number one in the system is to always look at the news. Always know the news. Okay. Number two, always do what? Yeah, you're right. Always look at TradingView. TradingView tells you what's going on the trades themselves that we're going to take. Okay, so we can look at Euro USD. This is the one that we were just looking at, and we can see that it's been going down since 2:30 today. It's been going down. Red means down. 2:30 in the morning. It's been going down. Now it's 6 o'clock. Now something is vital that's going to happen, and at 6:30 our time is when the market opens up. Now Forex, which is foreign currency, anytime you hop off a plane, anytime you're in another country, you're going to be able to trade your money in for the other money, right? So this market never shuts down. The Forex market really never shuts down, but on the weekend, they basically take it off so you can't trade it after, you know, Pacific Standard Time on Friday, 5 p.m. till Monday, 6:30 in the morning. So they take it off, right? But throughout the other days, you know, 24 hours, 5 days a week, you're going to be able to trade Forex, foreign exchange currency. And so, and there's a lot of them. This is the #1 trade in all the world throughout history. This has been the most traded trade, and that's why we started here. Over 90% of all trades have to do with the USD dollar. And I know they want to change that now and things like that. They're really, other countries are trying to pull to take their money off of America. And so that's something that we're going to have to look into the future. But, you know, since last year has been the most traded thing, and they'll come out with statistics like that once a year. But it was the #1 traded is the USD. And the #1 trade is Euro USD, which is traded, I think, like it was like 45% of the time people only trade the Euro USD. So you can make a whole lot of money on just the Euro USD. What it does is it's very stable, and it's not going to go up or down too fast, because you're talking about the whole, all these countries that you know are on the euro for their money, and then you're talking about everybody around the world that's on the dollar system of the United States. So think if the dollar gained so much value that the dollar today became, for every $1 of the US, it became $10 of the euro. The whole euro would basically crash and fall. And as Americans, we can go over there with euros, with US dollars, and buy up everything over there because our money would be so much more expensive. And so that's why when we travel to, like, you know, Puerto Rico, I traveled to Puerto Rico last year, and I got more for my money there. I just traveled to Dominican, was the last place well, not the last place, but the last international place I traveled to was Dominican Republic. And my dollar, you know, I remember buying something on the street corner, and we bought a whole meal for like 5 people with us in the Dominican for like $20. It was like we got whatever we wanted, and we only spent like $3 a piece on the meal, which was kind of crazy coming from America. You know, they had a McDonald's there that was cheap. They actually sold fried chicken in McDonald's, and it was cheap. I was like, wow, that's wild. All right, so that's the Euro USD. I want to take you into, what does the beast trader always trade? I don't really trade the Euro USD. When I started trading, that was my major trade, but it's not volatile enough. It's not going to make me enough money. So what I did is I changed to the US30. The US30. What is the US30? And we're going to do, you know, a PowerPoint on that later on. I think we're going to do that probably tonight at 7. So if you guys come back at 7 p.m., we're going to be doing a more of an educational thing on the background of trading. It's not going to just be like a walkthrough. Like today, we're going to be able to actually make a trade. Some of the students that are in my academy, Freedom Livestream, will be making trades today. So we're just going over the things right now, but I'm actually going to be telling them and predicting like what's going to happen throughout this trade. So USD 30, US30, US30. Always remember that. You see it right here on the top left corner, and it's also on this side right here. And it has the information down here about the matrix and everything like that. So US30 is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. What is that? Just quickly, it's the 30 most of the time biggest companies in the United States, the biggest 30 companies in the United States, and they put them all into one trade. And this is probably, you know, one of the #1 ways to invest. So instead of you having to trade a lot of insurance policies, you know, if you got a life insurance policy, they're probably going to put a little bit of that money into the US30. It's very stable, and it's for years and years and years and years. Well, how do we see that? We're looking at the 15 minutes. So every candle, once again, these are called candles. Don't get confused. We're going to go over this later, but every one of these is worth 15 minutes of time. And as we see all the way to the right, we see that we're 10 minutes or we're 5 minutes in a candle because there's 10 minutes left in this candle, and then a new candle will arrive. So these are just 15-minute increments. Don't worry about that. We're going to change that to 1 day. So each one of these is worth 1 day now. Okay. Now we're going to change this to be weekly. We want to see like what's happening on the week. And so this is a week right here. Each one of these is worth a week. And as we see, now that we have it on a week, it's been going up, up, up and away, right? Now let's look at it. And I want to take you guys to where we're looking at this in the month, okay? Because every one of these is going to be worth a month, and then that will give us more information. Okay, so each one of these is worth a month. So if we go back 12 candles, that would be 1 year. And as we see right here on the bottom, look all the way on the bottom here in gray with the peripheral line goes all the way, and it says Monday, January 2024 right here on this candle. So it's been going up for a whole year. This month right here, it did go down in April. And then we see the next time we want to look at January. And January is right here, 2023, January, it was going up for that year. So let's look back. So as we see, every year is basically going up. Yeah, there is a couple months that go down, but it's been going up. And this is 2016 right here is what we're looking at. And since 2016, the US30 has been going up. So if you had money in 2016, you bought a life insurance policy and they put basically part of the money in US30 and they got that policy at $18,000. And now it is $42,000. So your money would have doubled. So they put your money into a life insurance policy, but then they got something called caps to where they're going to give you a certain percent. They might give you up to 8% a year or 7% a year if it's doing good. But guess what? They doubled your money in the same time. They doubled your money by just putting your money in there, but they're only going to give you, you know, a percentage a year of what that really is. That's very impressive when I learned that. But that's the US30, the 30 biggest companies. Then the next thing that I trade is gold. But I'm going to talk about gold in a second because I want to kind of keep this thing in sections. So let's talk about the NAS100. What is the NAS100 and why do people buy and sell it? NAS100 is the top 100 companies in the United States. And people buy insurance policies and put the money in here. So would you come out good if you bought NAS100? So NAS100 right here on 2014 was at $3,800. Look at this. It's going up every year. It goes up, up, up and away, right? In 2000, sometimes during COVID, you'll see there's kind of like trying to pull up out of COVID or things like that. But now it's at $20,000. So if you bought it for $4,000 and, you know, you got a life insurance policy in 2016, it was worth $4,000. Now it's worth $20,000. That means that it went up 5 times. Now, the insurance company's not going to give you 5 times the amount of money you put in there. But guess what? They made 5 times. And that's why insurance companies are so big, because they're doing investments based on long-term on things that usually go up over time. The 100 companies in the United States, guess what? They're going to put another company in here and it's going to raise it up. Like they just added Amazon to one of the 100 companies, right? And, you know, they added Tesla to the 100 companies, right? So like these are going to drive and push up the whole economy. They had Nvidia. Nvidia is the fastest growing company in the world right now. They make computer chips for AI and things like that, and graphics and things like that. But you know, it pushed up the top 100 companies. Now let's look at the top 500 companies. That's the XPX 500. These are the top 500 companies in the United States. Now, the higher we go in numbers, because there is only 3 of them really that are major. So we came from the top 30 companies, then we went to the top 100 companies. Now, what do we think is going to be common between the NAS100 and the US30? It's going to be very common with what? It's the same company. The 30 companies in the top are going to be also one of the 30 companies in the 100. And then the 100 companies are going to have the 30 already involved, and the 100 companies are going to fit inside the 500. But the 500 is a more stable, and it's not going to just boom up or down because it is based off of 500 companies at a time. So down here in 2015, it was at $1,900, and now it's at what? It's at almost $6,000, at $5,800. So that even went up about 3 to 4 times. Okay. Then we got gold. and gold is always going to be stable. Gold's at an all-time high right now. And so when war comes or when COVID came, when anything comes, people put their money in gold. And we're going all the way back to 2008 right here. This is 2006. Just wanted, you can look at gold forever. So 2002, gold was worth $315, right? And in 2002, a lot of people bought gold, and now it's what? Now gold is worth 2,600. So you basically 10 times your money if you would have just bought gold. Then we got Apple. We can look at Apple computers. I trade that too. Apple is the number one right now in the US30, the US100, and the US500. And it's based on how much the company is worth, and they get so much influence in the market. So that's what we're going to go over today. But I want you guys to see something here. Let's go to US30, and I want to take you to something called a heat map. And a heat map tells us, you know, what is heating up, what is cooling down. And right now, as we see for the day, this is the day that Apple is went up 1%, Navid went down almost 1%. And so every one of these green boxes, this 1%, is worth one green box that is laying in. If it says 2%, then it's worth 2 boxes. If it's 3%, it's worth 3 boxes. So as we see, is there more red or more green on this whole overall box, right? I see more green than red. And so that should mean that it's going up or down, but I do see Tesla went down almost 3% already. So that's going to be a major thing because it's like having 3 of these boxes. So right now, I believe it's a neutral economy. It's really not going up or down too much. And what we could do is look at this matrix for the US30 down here and kind of get more information of what's going on. So what do we think is going to happen when the market opens up for the US30? It's neutral. It's not going to shoot up too much. It's not going to shoot down. What it's going to do is it's going to go up, down, and all around. So let's go back to the market. Let's go back to the market and let's predict what we want to do with the US30 today based on the 15 minutes. It's been going down, down, down. And I believe it's going to probably continue going down. And we got 3 more minutes and the market's going to open up, and we'll see that the market is barely moving right now. But in 3 minutes, the market, this is going to start going kind of volatile, and it's going to give us opportunity to make some money really fast. So I think today is a good day. Whatever you pick, I would go down because the market's already going down, right? But even if I feel like even if you pick to go up, you can still make money because I feel like it's going to shoot around here. It's going to go down, up, down, up for a little while. And then it's going to go back to probably what it was naturally doing and continue to go down. So as we look at the market from just yesterday to today, so Monday, right here, it's Monday. Then later on in the day at 11 p.m. on Monday, it started shooting up, right? And then on Tuesday, it's been going down for the whole Tuesday. So Tuesday starts right here, and it's been going down for the whole day. So that tells me it's going to probably continue going down. And I'm a one-way trader, so I would take US30 going down. Let's go over gold too. So on gold, what do we think is going to happen? Well, gold is a very stable thing, and it usually goes up and down. So what do we see happen since yesterday? We see down, up, down, up, down, up. So why is that good for a beginner trader to trade gold more than to trade US30? Because anything, let's say you picked right here for it to go up, okay? And it did go up. You would have made money if you would have got out of the trade, right? But it did go back down. But then guess what? It went back up to where you got in at and went over it. You would have made money again. So all you got to do is kind of stay in a gold trade and not tap out and get out of it when you're losing. And then usually it bounces back up and you could win. So the best time to really buy, according to the 2 strategies that God put in me, is to buy around these Bollinger Bands. So buy down here. Look at, you know, this is actually my indicator inside of TradingView, and it's telling us to buy down here, and it went up, we would have made a lot of money. It's telling us to buy right here, it went up, we would have made a lot of money. So it tells us to buy right here, we would have made money. Tells us to buy right here, we would have made money. So all these trades, it tells us to buy down here. If we would have stayed in, we would have made way a lot of money. Tells us to buy right here, we would have made money. So just to have an indicator telling you to buy down here and win a lot of money, it is a great thing. Trust me, and it basically helps you out. And that costs a fee to have the indicator. But let's see. We're on the market right now. It just started up. And what do we think was going to happen? Well, it was up by the Bollinger Band. So we thought it was going to go down. So it's going down right now. You guys could have made some money right now just on gold. And you don't want to stay in the trade too long. I would probably get out the trade around halfway in the middle of these bands right here, because you don't know when it's going to take off. Like, let's say you got inside of this trade right here in the middle of the bands. It took off way up here. If you would have wanted to go down, if you weren't listening to the indicator that I provide you, if you wanted to go down, you would have lost money right here because you would have got out because it went up so high. Now it's at a different level and it's going to go up and down right here, but pretty soon it's either going to break up or break down, right? So we wanted it to go down because it was high on the Bollinger Bands. We knew what it's been doing for 2 days straight. So we're just going to continue to go with that. It hit the middle. We could have took our money out right here and made some money. And what we want to do is wait for it to go back up and get it again to go back down to get some more and more money. That's gold. Let's look at US and see what happened. The market in the morning, what happened? It went down. I said what? The market was going to go down. So if we would have gotten this trade right here, we would be in some money right here, because US30 moving this amount is a whole lot of money. If we would have had maybe 1 pip, let me tell you how much you would have made if you would have had 1 lot so far. So 1 lot, you would have made about $450 already since, 6:30 for 2 minutes. You would have made $500 on 1 lot. If you would have had 2 lots, you would have made $1,000 already if you would have got out when it hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band right here. So that's how simple and easy it is. Some people, they just want to make $1,000 in the morning. They're already done trading and they don't even have to worry about what's going to happen. Now it went back up. What would we do? We would go for it to go back down. Sometimes we'll wait. We have a strategy where it hits this orange line and then we take it back down around this area. So let's say we got in for a trade to go down right here. It went way up here. Let's see what happens. So we just got in again up here, right? I told you once it hits that orange band, and let's see if it goes down and we can see if we could have made more money again. And so this market is going to be moving and grooving, and we got it going down. And let's just see what happens here. And what we do is we have a reward and losing system to where if it goes up too much in one direction, we're only going to lose so much money. And then when it goes down, according to what we, took our trade on, we only want to make so much money, right? So here it is. We're in profit right now. We got it way up at the top of that red line, and it's already like in the middle of the red line. So right now, if we would have got in what I told you, we would have already made $400 right now, just on the average of 1 pip. If you had 2 pips, you would have made, $800 again. So the first trade we would have made, between $400 to $1,000. On this trade right here, we're staying a little longer because we probably want to make, on 1 pip, we want to make almost $1,000, maybe $800, $700 on this trade right here. And if we're at 2 pips, we would have made about 16. Well, that would be about $1,700 if it goes all the way down here. And so you guys can basically wake up in the morning and trade for about, a half an hour to an hour a day and make enough money, more than when you go into your job, you can make. And I know somebody saying, well, I make more than $1,000 or $1,700 in a day. Yeah, there's probably somebody on this call that does do that owns a business that makes more than $1,700 per hour. But guess what? That means that you could have put a 5-lot trade. And if you put 5-lot trades, and let's just say you made $1,500, that means you would have actually made $7,500. in that hour that you traded with. Okay, so there's somebody on this call that's probably saying they make 7,500 an hour. That's great. You know, don't piss everybody else off, but right? Any of the haters that are on this call, like, man, 7,000, I wish I had that. And they're coveting that thought. But what I'm saying is, even if you make 7,500, you could have basically traded 10 lots per trade and you would have made $15,000 an hour. So you could put as much as you want. I know a trader that's 19 years old that was trading 33 lots, and he was trading $1 million worth of money at 33 lots per trade. If it goes the wrong way, he could have lost $1 million really quick, or he could have made 3 or 4 million in that time that we're on this call. So that's what I'm telling you. So we're in this trade right now, and it already went down to here. That's $500 we already made from what I just told you to do. We didn't lose it because it didn't go in the wrong direction for too long. So now we're at making $700 or 600, and we're looking at the number right there on the left. It goes up and down, right? Now it's at 1,000. So right here, it's at $400. We could have got out. We could have got out of this trade and say, okay, if it goes back up, we're going to get in again. We already would have made on the first trade, you know, I think it was $600. This trade right here, we could have made $500. We see it start stalling out. It's probably going to go down further really fast. So I'm more of a called a day trader. I'm not a scalper. So scalpers get in and out of the market really quick. They do like, you know, 1 minute to 5-10 minute trades. So you can still be in as a scalper, but I'm more of a day trader. So I'm going to get in and out of a trade, you know, probably no less than I'm going to be in a trade for about at least 15 minutes to sometimes a whole day, 24 hours. So it's still going down. I would still be in this trade waiting for it to go down more and more and more. And as you see, we had 2 trades already that made us money on here. Let's go look back at gold. And this is so simple, you guys. So gold, what happened? So we took the trade going down. I told you, look what happened. It went down to here. When did we get out? In the middle, like I told you. So guess what? Now it's way up here. What do? Now it's way up here. We could take it going down again. Yeah, it came out of the Bollinger Band, but we can get in the trade right here. Let's get in again right here, and let's see what happens. So if we got in right here, we see it already going down right now. And then we just have to get out what? In the middle right here. This is $700 worth of money that we would make just by going back down here. So right now, how much money will we have made if we got in at the top here, and I was saying to go down as soon as we got back on, we would have made $200 already. So we could have got out, or we could have been doing more pips and got out. What we do know is that in this Bollinger Band area, this blue line at the top, the trade's only going to go out of this blue line at the top for 5% of the time. And it's only going to go under here for 5% of the time in a day's time, or in a whenever candles or whatever you're looking at. So it's only going to go out of here a little bit of time, and it's going to always force its way back in usually, or it's going to totally break out and start a new Bollinger Band area. So if we did get in right there, we could have already made money. We could have got out already, or we could stay in. And what we'll see is that this trade looks like it's going to be down here in the middle, and it might even pop down even further if you're waiting, right? There's some way that we could trade too that I could show you how to trade. And basically, you're going to put in your stop loss and put in your take profit, and then you could walk away and go eat breakfast, get your kids ready for school, and you could have already been just took it up here and say, when it gets, you know, down here somewhere, I'm going to get out the trade with money. And the computer will do it all by itself. Or you can say, I got in up here, and if it goes way up here in the wrong way, then I just lose money and close out my trade up here, right? So that's what you're going to do. So right here, we took it going down, and it's making us money right now. We're in profit, and we're waiting for it to go down, 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 and make more and more and more money. One thing about gold is you could click this button right here and look at the matrix, and it will show you the technical indicators. And these are over, I think, like 56 indicators in total. And this is telling you what to do. Buy, strong buy, strong buy. So what should we do just based on all these indicators that they're giving us the information on? We should buy today. This should be a day to where if we just put in money And we stay for the whole day like I do, because this is looking at what? The whole day, right? If we want to look at the hour, what should we do in an hour? Right here, it's saying buy. Neutral on here, buy, buy, buy. If for 2 hours, it's saying to buy strong, buy, buy, buy. If we're trading for a whole week, it's telling us to buy. If we trade for the whole month, it's telling us to buy. So everything right now on gold is saying buy, buy, buy. Why will we buy right now? Because it's Freedom Week. That's why we're going to buy gold, because this is a gold membership to the academy, right? You're getting all this stuff for free right now. You don't really get the videos that are in the back office of the academy, and you don't get the indicators unless you buy into the academy, but you're getting everything get for buying into the academy. So this is the gold package. And let's be real, Freedom Week. Why do I call it that? Because we don't know who the president is right now. We have no clue. There's no indication. There's nobody that's in a stronger lead. We don't know. You could read the news and it's saying that everybody's in a dead heat and we don't know what's going to happen, right? So why would gold be good to buy? Because when the economy's shaky, when people don't know what's going on, when people don't know what the future beholds, that's when you buy gold, because gold is the most conservative thing to buy. Okay. The other one is what? The other thing that's going to be in buy is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin right here. People are going to, the new age kids, like my son's age, he's 22, right? My daughter is almost 20. They're saying buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the new gold for the new age kids, 30 years old and down. Everybody's buying Bitcoin. So is Bitcoin going to go up? Yes, Bitcoin is going to go up. If we on the Freedom Week say, okay, we're going to buy Bitcoin, it's at $71,000 a day. Probably on Tuesday, it might be up to like $1,000 or $8,000. Why do I say that? Because if you look over here, Bitcoin right now just went up. In the last 24 hours, it went up $1,400. That's 2%. So Bitcoin went up 2%. Gold went up $13. That's 0.5%. So gold went up 0.5%. So for our picks of this week, okay, because US30 is going to be unstable, NAS100 is going to be unstable, SPX 500 is going to be unstable, because these are things that are going to be predicted more when the guy gets elected or when the woman gets elected, right? So that's a little different. But our picks of the week are for gold to go up and Bitcoin to go up. Gold to go up and Bitcoin to go up. We got strong buys in everywhere we're looking, okay? So I want you guys to look at that and take heed of that right here. We got strong buys for gold. We got strong buys for Bitcoin. So you guys get ready, get ready. If you're going to take a trade right now for the rest of the week, you're going to buy gold and you're going to buy Bitcoin, and you're doing good. All right. Everybody understand the picks of the week? Okay. And we'll look back at the end of the week on Friday and we'll say, did gold go up? Did Bitcoin go up? All right. And we see gold is still up here. We could have got it to go down, like I said, and it's still going down. Now we're talking about scalping. We're talking about little trades right now. But in actuality, the trade that we really is a trade maybe down here somewhere to go up. And that's what the robot, using all these indicators and using the different formulas that God created through me, told us to buy gold down here at 3:45 in the morning. And basically I have a robot that trades at that time that's going to make that trade, right? And the robot's going to make the trade before, and when it goes up to a certain point, it's going to close out the trade. And so there's auto trading system that we also have that's in a PAM account you can invest in. And so you would have made some money today because it went up right here, it went up over here. And these indicators, this indicator right here, that has the numbers at the top and things like that. This is the bounce strategy. And so this wins 90% of the time. But this one right here, the EMA bounce, is different. It's called the super trend strategy, basically. It's going to win a little bit more at a time, and it's going to lose a little less at a time if it does lose. but this is an 80% accuracy. If we look historically in the last 2 years, it wins 84% of the time. Okay. So that's gold, Bitcoin, US30. Let's go back and see what happened. We took US30 which way? Down. The market opened up right here. Right here is where the market opened up at. We took it down. We won money right here. And then we got in again when it went over this orange line for 15 minutes ago. And what happened? It went all the way down here. And what did I tell you to do when it gets down there? I told you to get out again. So let's just say you took the 2 trades that I recommended. I was telling you to get in right about here. That was $1,000 you would have made on the second trade. And we seen that we were going to make $467 on the first trade. So you would have made already about $1,600. And should you take this trade again? You could. But some people, they just say, you know, I want to do 2 trades and I'm done. It's 6:46 and you could have been already done with your trading. Or you could have got in again when it hits around this area where the market started at. And it looks like it's going back down again. So you could have got another trade right here. You would be in profit again if you would have got into another trade. And so that's how simple it is to trade with this. That's how simple this is going to be. Very, very, very simple. You're going to hear some calls in the morning at 6 o'clock. We're going to jump on. We're going to go over the market for about a half an hour. And when 6:30 happens, the opening bell, we're going to know which way we should trade. And we're going to do those trades. Now, are we going to win every time we take a trade? No, we're not. We're not going to win every time. But when we lose, we're calculated on that loss, and we're only going to lose by so much. We're only going to lose by so much. So we want a win-loss ratio to where we're going to win and lose less every time. And then with our strategy and the percentages that we're going to win, that should lead us into profits, and it should be a way for us to make stable income from trading. And then here we go. If we got in again right here, let's look at gold one more time. Let's see what's happening here. It's still going up, up, up and away. And what were we looking at? We were looking at what? Gold going up. So if we would have just took a trade on gold today, right, for the whole week, we would be up in profit on a weekly trade. That's called, you know, a day trade. Day trades are like usually from, you know, a half a day to a week, and you want to get out of those. And then there's people that do long-term trading. Long-term traders trade, and they're like in the trade for like a week to a month usually. So for a week trade, we'll just have gold going up. And what we'll see is we'll make a line right here, because this is when we got in. Let's just say we got in the week trade right here, and we'll go over this throughout the week. We'll talk about it. So we got in right here for the week trade, and let's make this different, like a weird color, something that we'll remember. Not blue because everything's blue, not green because green and red mean down and up. So let's do a yellow line. So this yellow line right here, we're going to say that we want gold to go up from here for the rest of the week. This is our week trade. So we're buying, and we know where that's at because this yellow line tells us that's at $2,754. That's our week trade, everybody. Get in right there. If it goes back down there, get back in. And am I saying this is going to keep on taking up? No, this might come up here, come back down here to rebalance, and then, but we believe that at the end of the week, it's going to be somewhere up here. Also with Bitcoin, we took a week trade, and where is it? The market started right here. So it started right here in the middle. And so we're just going to say we got in at the middle, even though we would have got in down here at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Do you see how fast this went down? Gold went all the way down here. I mean, Bitcoin did. Bitcoin went all the way down here and then shot all the way back up. So let's just say that we got in right here in the middle. We're not even going to take credit and say we got in at the bottom of the market. We don't even need to do that. We're just going to say we got in right here when the market opened up. our week trade to take Bitcoin going up. And we bought Bitcoin at this price right here. And we'll look back and see what happened with this. And that's at $71,172. Right now, Bitcoin, since we got in, would have went up $300. We would have made all kind of money with Bitcoin. So we got Bitcoin going up. We got gold going up for the week. And then we're going to take trades every day on the US30. We didn't really look at the NAS too much today to tell you what to do. We seen it was kind of volatile. This last one went way down here, went way back up, right? We see that it was going down since last night, but it's really like going up and down. So this trade we could have got in. It started out right here when the market opened. This is where it started. So it was at like the top of what was kind of going on. So we would have said to take it down. We would have won a lot of money down here. We would have got out, or we would have got out right here or something. So we would have won on that one. Let's look at the SPX. You don't really want to be trading five. See, some people, they're looking, they're saying, well, why didn't we go over all the trades and trade 5 things? We don't need to. All you need to do is trade one thing. You know, the most you should ever trade is 2 things at a time. You don't want to be in 5 trades going the wrong way. It's just going to hurt you. Even if 5 trades go the right way and you think you're having a better day than you would have if you were just in 1, 2 trades, it's not true. Because on them 1 and 2 trades, you should have traded for more money at a time, and you would have made more money anyways from being in the 5 trades. Because why? Because managing 5 trades is harder than managing 1 trade. Managing 2 trades is enough, you know, for you to do. How about if it goes way up really fast and you want to take your money and you don't know how to, you know, make it auto take trades and get out of trades for you? Well, you're going to get off at the wrong time. You're trying to get out of one and the other one's at a higher price. Which one do I get out first? You're scrambling around. So that's why it's better just to do 1 trade at a time. All right. We have 8 minutes. Go ahead and I'm going to unlock it so you guys can ask questions if you want to. All right. You guys can ask questions if you want to. And some people already got out because they already made money and they're done for today. So we had everything going down, basically. Even the bot told us this was going down. So we knew that. We made money on everything that we looked at, which was very good for us today. Let's look back at gold and let's look at US30. US30 is at a high again. We could probably take it back down if we want to. It's way up here. We could take it back down if you want to, which would be great. And so let's look. So you guys, if you guys want a broker, I'm going to put a broker. We got a WhatsApp with our group, but if you guys want a broker, you guys can contact me on Facebook Messenger. My name is Lonnie Beach Trader Boswell. You can put in Beach Trader or you can put in Lonnie Beach Trader, and you guys can find me to go ahead and find out what broker I'm using. This is a broker that's really stable. There's a lot of money involved. I have a person that I know that took out over $1 million at one time from this broker. Never heard of anybody not getting paid by this broker or anything like that. So this broker is really good. And I'll give you a link, and then that means that you're like linked up to me. If you have any questions or concerns, the company is going to deal with me really fast, but they also have one of the #1 customer services, and that's why I got involved with them. And so you guys go ahead and get on that broker through me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just gold and Bitcoin one more time, just briefly, just a brief summary. Gold and Bitcoin, just a brief summary.
Okay, so gold, we got it going up. Why do we got gold going up? Because it's the most stable thing, and because nobody knows who's going to get elected. Now, once we know who's going to get elected, like if somebody takes the lead really quick, then we can get out of gold, and it'll probably go back down, or you know, because now we know who's going to get elected. So people are going to take their money out of gold and put it back in the market, right? I'm talking about the big people, the banks and things like that. Everybody right now is putting their money in gold because it's going to be stable no matter what president we get, it's going to continue to go up over time. So even if it goes down really fast, people are going to stay in the trade for it to go back up over time, right? Bitcoin, same thing. Because the economy is so unstable, younger people like 30 years old and younger that have money, people that are traders, things like that are going to take Bitcoin going up because Bitcoin is a stable thing and it's been going up. Look, it's been going up. So everybody's taking their money out of the stock market right now and they're putting it into Bitcoin or gold. So we got Bitcoin going up. We took this trade right here. Where is it now? It's way up here. We got gold going up. It's way right here is going way up, right?
Damn, we could have made a lot of money on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit's crazy, man.
Look right here. You get TradingView, you get this for free. This is a free website. So always have tradingview.com. I bought the extended version where I could do all this more stuff. But with just the regular TradingView stuff right here, this is very key, right? This is called Matrix. And you get all these technical indicators. These are all the, a lot of the instruments that people trade using. And they're giving you like 56 different indicators. And out of the 56, as you see, these are neutral or buy, neutral or buy, neutral and buy. There's not one indicator, not one leading indicator out here that's saying to sell gold. Nothing technical is telling you to sell. Then when you look on the news, it's telling you to buy. So everything is saying to buy gold, right? If we go to the news right here, and we look at gold on the news, metalmines.com, right? Look what gold did. It went up $8. So everything is telling us to buy gold. Everything. If we read this stuff down here, it will tell us to buy gold. If we look, down on the events today, it's going to tell us to buy gold. Everything's going to tell us to buy gold, right? Everywhere we look. Now, let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go back and let's go to Bitcoin. Let's see, what should we do with Bitcoin? And Bitcoin's cool because it has a heat map too. Let's look and see crypto heat map. So a heat map for crypto is right here. So this is showing us what? It's showing us to buy Bitcoin. So we're on Bitcoin is green. It's up 2% today. In 24 hours, it was up 2%. So buy Bitcoin. Buy Ethereum, right? So basically buy every crypto right now you could buy and it's going up. If you buy Dogecoin, it went up 4%. Lido coin. Solana is one of the ones that I put my money in. This went up 5 times in last year. So if you were in my class last year and I went over everybody to buy Solana, I told them 5 things to buy. This went up. Shibu Inu, I got a lot of money in this. I'm waiting for this to go way up. I'll make so much money. Cardano, I told people to buy. Right? Tron, I told people to buy. So the 5 things that I told them are getting bigger and bigger and bigger right here, which is beautiful. But Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. So if we look on the heat map, it's telling us to buy. Let's go to the news and let's see if it's telling us to buy. So we're going to go to Forex Factory, but we're going to go to CryptoCraft. CryptoCraft.com is the news of crypto. And what does it say? It's saying to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up $800. Just in the last 6 hours, it went up $800. So if we look at the news and we read articles on Bitcoin, right, it's going to tell us what to buy. Here goes Bitcoin right here. You see it on a steadily increase on the 24-hour charts. It's been going up, 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 and away. So why would we take something down if everything's telling us it's going up? You can see right here it's going up. The market cap, $1.39 trillion. Ethereum, $324 billion in that. So these things are here to stay. And a lot of people, that are older, they don't understand it. So they say, oh, this is just a scam. No, it's not. This is real. And if you put your money in this stuff, you're going to have money later on in the future. So that's Bitcoin and gold. Like you asked me, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good. I'm good, Lonnie. I'm good. I just want to know that. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. So that's those are good questions, and I thank you for that because some people want to know the same question, but they just didn't know how to basically ask, right?
When you trading the US30, when trading the S&P, that takes a lot of time, and it
The
takes more
US
money.
30?
Yeah, it takes more. Not the indices of the US30s. It takes more time because that's more of an investment than just trading.
Yeah. So what I was telling you is life insurance are one of the number one ways to have money, right? So let's say somebody passes away, a dad or a mom, then the family's gonna get $1 million, $2 million from the company because they passed away, right? And they're gonna be able to live life. Without that family member, it's gonna be so sad and hard, but they're gonna have some money to kind of still live. So life insurance policies are based on US30, the NAS100, SPX 500. They're based on more of these, the companies in America. Are they based on gold? Are they based on, different things like that are going to be stable and usually, make money every year. So that's what I was telling you. So if you have a life insurance policy, that's the investment that they're going to make. Now, if we go to, Schwab, or we go to different investment companies and we just take our money and not get, those things called instruments, because Lakana, that's what she does. She works with life insurance policies for people with Prudential, right? So Prudential is going to put your money in a life insurance policy into a major economy or an index, wrap it in an index or something like that, and it's going to go up over time, and they'll be able to pay you. And if you pass away, they'll be able to pay you the money up front because everybody's paying all these premiums monthly in it. So they'll be able to take care of somebody if they die early. And they're going to get more than what they put in, right? Because some people are going to live longer, put in more than what they're going to get out. Now, when you look at the life insurance policy and you say, well, I'm paying $1,000 a month and I paid for 30 years, that's 12,000 a year times 30. You say, well, that, Lonnie, doesn't equal that only equals $400,000 that I invested, and my policy is going to give me $1 million. So even if I live for 30 years, I'm going to get double the money that I put in. Not really. Because if you would have put your money just in the market and the market went up like we've seen, and we looked at 10 years since 2014, the market went up 5 times. So if you would have put in money for, 10 years, you would have made more than $1 million. So the company is giving you, more than what you put in your brain. You're thinking it's a better deal, but it would be a better deal if you just traded your money and just sat it in US30, and every month you put in $1,000 in US30 every month to go up, $1,000 in US30 to go up. You would come out with more money than you would if you just sat in the insurance policy. That's what I was trying to explain that.
That's true. Okay, so what about your next class? What are you covering in your next class? I'm looking forward to your next class.
Yeah, our next class, in the morning, we're gonna go over the markets again, and we're gonna basically be able to help you trade. And I want everybody next class to have a demo account. So the first 30 minutes, we're gonna go over a demo account. So everybody's gonna be able to make their first trades when the market opens up, and you'll be able to see it live, what you made or what you didn't. So we're gonna kind of go over the same stuff, but we're gonna open up a demo account together and be ready. Tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, we're going to go over a PowerPoint. We're going to go over either gold or US30. I'm going to ask the class who's ever in there. It's going to be more interactive than this because we're really not going to be trading. We're really going to be learning, because I learn at night. Remember, a trader learns at night and trades in the morning. Learns at night, trades in the morning. So we're going to be going over. Yeah. Learn at night, trade in the morning. So we'll be going over US30 or gold. I'm going to ask, what PowerPoint do we want to go over? I made some really cool PowerPoints for you. Let me just show you the US30 one. I just got done with this. I haven't had it, or this is the NAS100. So this is the NAS100 one I made yesterday. It took me like a week to make this. And then let's look at the one that we're going to probably go over. This is the US30. So this presentation is going to tell you everything the US30. I know I kind of briefly told you what the US30 was, but this presentation is going to go over what it really is and how it started and all the stuff like that. Or we can go over gold, and the gold presentation basically explains what gold is. Let's look here. Where's gold at? Gold's right here. So it's going to tell you the basics about gold, and we'll vote with the people that are going to be on, and we can go over gold. And this is the history of gold and how it started and everything like that, and what it is for trading and stuff. So that's what we're going to go over tonight. The PowerPoint is going to probably be, 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then we're going to get into talking about how to trade gold, because at the end of this gold, it's going to talk about a strategy. So I'm going to tell you the strategy that we're looking for gold. I'm going to talk about the US30 strategy. And also we have a Bitcoin presentation, but we'll probably do that next day. We'll vote whatever one didn't get voted in tonight. Tomorrow we'll either do Bitcoin or one of these that we'll vote on, and we'll go over it, and everything's gonna be smooth selling. Is there any more questions, you guys and girls? Nope. All right, you guys, the Beast Traders out. Love you guys. God bless you guys. Let's win together. And would we have won? Yes. Right. We had this going down. We took it twice. Now it's going way up, which is great for us. We had gold. We took the trade for the week to go up on gold. So we did really good with that. And we had Bitcoin going up. And so our trade of the weeks are looking really good. Everything that we did is looking really great. You guys have a good day. See you guys back tonight at 7 p.m. God bless.
Okay, God bless.